A linear gradient is a transition of colors. You see here we're starting with this very light, like a crimson color, all the way to yellow. So this is a gradation, it's a gradient, and we call it linear because it's going in a straight line. In CSS, we could use this in our code to add a background that looks like this. So either it would be for the whole page or it could be for a div. This example here is from webgradients.com, which has a library of CSS examples accompanied with a free ping and the CSS code to make each of them. So we're going to go to a new tab. In CodePen, we have a div, very simple div. I didn't even put anything inside it. With the CSS, so far it has a width and a height, and we gave it just a solid background color. Of course, this is not a gradient, this is just a color. So let's see, how can I make this background a gradient instead of a color? What we would do, instead of background purple, I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to paste to show the syntax of how a gradient would work. Let's not panic that nothing showed, because I put here background, and then you'd put linear dash gradient. So the property is background, the value is linear gradient, and then you have to give it 3 parameters. First of all, the direction. Is it going to the right, the left, the bottom, or the top? So we're going to make it go, for example, towards the right. And then you'd put the colors. So for color 1, let's put, for example, purple. And then color 2, let's try blue. And then now it works. Look at that. It's going to right. It's starting with purple and ending with blue. If I said instead of to right, I want it to go to top. So notice it's going to go bottom to top from purple to blue. I'm going to bring that back to right. And then let's try, instead of blue, we could try a hexadecimal color, for example, 011E7A. A hexadecimal number needs to have a hashtag at the beginning. So there you go. It's another tone of blue. And the gradient, you could even have more than 2 colors, like if I put comma, and for example, I don't know, I'll just put orange. Temporarily, it just stops working because the code's not complete. So there you go. You have purple to blue to orange. So of course, you usually won't put something this busy, but sometimes you could even start from purple to blue to purple, and that would give you a nice subtle effect. If you saw the examples in web gradients, most of them are very subtle, where sometimes you hardly see it. Like Malibu Beach was one I liked. Can't find it right now, but you'll see that they are very subtle, like this one, deep blue. You hardly see the gradient. It just kind of gives it a little more life and passion. All right, so that's our tutorial for gradients. If you did use gradients in a web page and you'd like to share that in class with your instructor, or to me if I'm not the instructor of that class, that would be really great.